Sure. Well, it's great to meet you. Thank you so much for
Great to
taking a
meet
minute
you.
out today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah,
We're
absolutely.
looking forward.
Me too. So before we get into your good work, I want to begin with this. 5 years ago, this pandemic was changing the world, changing so many things about the way we live. How did you get through that era, and how has it influenced the way that you coach and lead today?
Okay. So, well, actually, it was, for me, it was a very strange period because I was pregnant of my second one. Well, yeah, at that moment I got pregnant, and then, like many others, happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it was a moment where I started having more clients that were more into I need life coaching, not so much leadership coaching.
Yeah.
I need to know how to deal with my husband and my children at home. I want to, so it was much more about that than actually, oh, I need leadership skills or anything like that. It was like, no, I need to survive this time. And also, I found a lot of like, I just, a client came to my mind. First of all, she was very anxious about it, right? Like it was for her, it was a very panicky moment. It was like, I don't know what to do with all this. I'm getting scared, right? So for me, as I told you, it was much more about going into life coaching
Mhm.
than into leadership coaching, executive coaching, which is what I normally do. Yeah.
So, if we were to get to the heart and soul of what you do on a daily basis, I'm going to put you in front of 12-year-old kids. It's career day to school, and one of the kids is asking you, "What do you do for a living?" How do you answer them?
Okay, a 12-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So I will tell them, I ask many questions, you know. So normally a client comes to me, they told me, look, I am stuck here, or I want to improve this, or I want to get a promotion, or simply I want to get to know myself better. And I ask them lots of questions, and I normally like nudge them here and there just to see what's going on. Sometimes we have to go into patterns that are happening in their lives. So a pattern meaning like, I mean, I'm thinking of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I think they know what a pattern is, right? So something that is repeating in your life, in different areas of your life, whether it is at work, or at home, or with friends, and then we go into seeing what we can do, right? And what the person wants to really change, because sometimes we say we want to change, but then we don't really want to change it.
Yeah.
So I have to reinforce that, right? And really give them the question, like, do you really want to change or not?
Yeah. So, what did you want to be at 12 years old, or when you were a kid? What was your dream job?
At 12 years old, I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
But at 18 years old, I wanted to study psychology or sports science.
Okay.
My parents, for some reason, thought that studying humanities was better.
Huh.
And that's what I did. I studied humanities, which obviously, I mean, I enjoyed a lot because I studied philosophy and art history and literature and so many geography and so many cool things, well, that I really liked. But obviously, humanities, it's a very broad arena. So yeah, and then little by little, and because psychology and sports has been always in my life, right? So then I have gone into it. Actually, since 12 years, I'm a fitness instructor in my spare time. And I went into coaching, right, which is kind of similar to psychology. Like, obviously, it's a different clientele, it's different things, right? Like psychologists have patients, we have clients, right? But it has a lot of going into the psyche of a person, right? So yeah.
So, let me ask you this. Where were you born and raised, and what were these elemental seeds of your childhood, of growing up, getting into the humanities? What were the seeds planted that have allowed you to be such an effective coach?
Well, I think, I mean, going into humanities, like the studies in university, I think that didn't actually help me much, I could say. I don't think so. I think it was much more the life experiences, right? That took me into wow. Like, I remember the first time that a friend, in university challenged me, right? Because like I was telling like them how my relationship with my parents was, right? And she really challenged me. And she was like taking, normally when we're in uni, when we're like 16 years old, 18 years old, right? We normally go like, ah, you're right, your parents are wrong, right? She just looked at me and she just challenged me, pa, 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 pa. That marked me, for example. I was like, oh, look, like maybe I have to actually, put the mirror to me instead of just blaming my parents, right? That was one great experience. And then obviously I had many more friends that have challenged me in many, many ways, right? Into like, okay, what about putting the mirror into you? Then I think, well, motherhood for me was a great teacher. I think probably has been one of the best teachers that I have had into, like I could not be that superwoman anymore because I just didn't have the strength. I didn't have that stamina that you need to have to just go, go, go all the time, right? And it was like um, that moment where I have to reinvent myself and think like, okay, so who do I really want to be and who am I being right now? Does this serve me anymore or not? Which in my case it was no. And then who do I want to be, right? Now that I'm a mother and I still like I'm a professional person and I'm a wife and a child and all those things. So who do I really want to be in all these different roles that I play in life, right? And which ones do I have to prioritize? Which ones do I want to prioritize, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so when did you realize, did you have a client? Did you have a moment? When did you realize that you had picked the right path professionally?
No, so I was doing digital product management so I left university. Somehow I got into digital product management. And I went on with that until I came to Dubai. That was when I was 30 years old. I continued here with digital product management, and then suddenly I have my daughter, and that's when my first daughter, and that's when I was like, oh, wow, wait, what? This doesn't. I went back after my maternity leave, and I was like, what am I even doing here? Like, I don't, this is not interesting anymore to me. So, what do I have to do? That's when I hired a coach myself. And then I was like, oh, thinking of many things, thinking of all these experiences that I have had before when I was coach, like through my company, that I had learning and development sessions and stuff. And these moments always make you think and reflect, right? And then um, I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go into a coaching course myself and see what happens. Just, like I will just do one and then we see. And I did the first one, and then I signed up for the whole course, for a 4 year course with 100 hours of coaching. And by the second or third module, I can't remember what it was, I already said, like, okay, I'm going to resign. This is it. I know what I want to do the rest of my life. I have it. That's it.
Yeah.
So that was the moment. I remember vividly that after finishing that second module, I told the instructors like, by the way, next time you see me here, I will have resigned my job. And that was it. Yeah. Yeah.
So who's been your hero? Who's been an inspirational force for you in your career?
Ooh, good question.
Huh.
Well, I think I had many managers that were really good. But there was one person that actually she became my friend. And whenever I needed to step up or whenever I needed to, yeah, just go up in my game, she would come to my mind. Her name is Ainara. And I remember we were just, I was probably 23 maximum. She's a year older than me. And this was a marketing company, consultancy and stuff. And so she had these accounts, and suddenly this was just a day, normal day in the office. And suddenly she, both of us were quite small and tiny, a little bit petite. And she had suddenly this guy that was like 2 meter high, big guy, coming to her, shouting, like opening the door, shouting like, "Hey, where is Ainara?" And he goes on like, "Ra ra 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 ra, because you didn't do this, you didn't do that, blah 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 blah." And she looks at him. She was like, again, 20, she was 20 something. And she was like, "Look, I have never disrespected you. So please, yeah, just if you want, and only if you want, we can just go to that room and talk like normal people do. But you don't shout at me."
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
She had like all her dignity in her, all the power,
Yeah.
and she was like, you have 2 meters, and I told you, like, if he was a guy like this, he was extremely angry, and she was like, nah, like, I'm not getting this. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that moment marked me as well.
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
So let me ask you this. If you could meet one person on the planet right now that
yeah,
an executive, somebody that's a leader that would
yeah.
maybe help you on your journey, you could hang out, talk to them, who would you love to meet and talk to?
I could go without doubt to a Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen Bartlett, podcast. He has the Diary of a CEO, the podcast Diary of a CEO. I think he's doing a beautiful job just interviewing all these experts, like he always chooses the best in every area, right? So I think in any topic, any given topic, actually. And yeah, I would love
Yeah.
that. Also, because I would ask lots of questions,
Uh-huh.
right? Like, how do I run my business? What do I have to do when it comes to marketing? What is the best sales advice that you can give me? What do you think about this presentation? Right?
Yeah.
So I think that, yeah, if I could have an hour with someone like that, I would really be grateful. Yeah, for sure.
We put it out in the universe. So let me ask you this. Yes, it's out there. What is it that gets you up every day when your alarm clock goes off? What is it that gives you that energy for your clients, for your own soul, for your life? What is that collective energy for you every day?
Well, the first thing is my kids, right? I
Yeah.
mean, because I wake up at 6:30 because I need to get them ready to go to school, right?
Right.
And I think the first thing always when I wake up is like, okay, let's wake up the kids and let's prepare breakfast and let's just get them to school, right? I think that's and I love that. Also, I mean, I know that like, waking up at 6:30 every morning is not maybe my preferred choice, right?
Yeah.
If I could sleep until 7:30, I would prefer it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I don't know. I just realized that, well, my daughter will be home for another 10 years and then she will be gone. So I only have 10 years just to enjoy this moment of having them in the house, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is sports. I love doing sports, and here in Dubai, I'm lucky enough that I can do sports almost every day, and I can do it outdoors. So I really, really enjoy that. Just going to the beach and running around the beach, or just getting in the water, or just cycling, anything. Sometimes I go to the gym as well, but I prefer doing the sports outdoors. But yeah, these are the things that really get me going. When I have obviously clients or workshops, right? Like workshops or team coaching sessions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I also have like these clients that maybe they have it more difficult for some reason.
Yeah.
And whenever I have one of these sessions, I really want to be in my best so that I can be of more help somehow,
Yeah.
like channel the energy somehow. So I I like doing that, right? Sometimes just like taking a little bit of time before the session where I go like, okay, what's like if I could channel some energy for this person, what would I channel, right?
Yeah.
So thinking of that really
Yeah.
helps me as well. Yeah, these are the things that excite me. Obviously, going out with my husband, going for dinner sometimes with him, right? Like these are the things that I enjoy, being with
Yeah.
my friends. Hmm.
So let me ask you this. If you were to have a dream tonight, you ran into the 18-year-old version of you and you had a book in your hand, like a coffee table book, and it's your life. and you gave it to that young version and said, "This is how your life has turned out so far," would that version of you believe it?
Believe it. She will believe it because I used to be very naive at that time. She could believe it.
Yeah,
She could be quite happy as well.
yeah,
She could be quite amazed by like because at 18-year-old, if you had told me at 18-year-old you will be living in Dubai, first of all, like I would be like, where is that?
yeah, yeah,
Where is Dubai?
yeah.
Right? Now, but I think she would be very, very happy. Yeah.
Would you give any advice?
To my 10-year-old, you know what? So I'm thinking like I could give her this advice, right? But then you have to live it
Yeah,
and you have to realize it yourself. Like if I give you the advice, maybe, you know, I don't know,
I get it.
maybe you miss it. Maybe you miss the learning. And at the end of the day, what is the most important thing? I mean, what will I take? You know, when I'm 120 years old,
Yeah,
am I finally dying?
yeah.
I think you get the learnings, right? I think you go with like, you know, like I learned this in this lifetime. Because at the end of the day, you cannot take anything physical, anything out there. Like you take just the love and the learnings that you take with you. So I don't know if I actually would give her any advice or not.
I totally get that. So let me ask you this. If you were to walk into a room of everybody that's known you, a client, a colleague, everyone in a business sense, and you go to a podium and you can tell them a fun story about your life, maybe the first concert you went to, a memorable sporting event, a wonderful place you traveled to, jumping out of an airplane, some fun story, what would you tell that room of people?
Look, I don't know if I would tell this, but now it's very recent, so I'm gonna tell you. So 2 weekends ago, I did my first sprint triathlon. The sprint is it's 750 meters swimming.
Yeah,
Then it's 20 cycling and 5 running. So it's something doable.
yeah,
Our first one, I had actually signed up a friend because this was on her bucket list, and she's turned 40 recently. So I was like, okay, this is her present, and we go with her, right? So we were 4 people in total. Good. Uh, I have to be the first one in the water. I go in the water, blah blah blah. Then I take my bike. I see one of them coming to the bike, so I'm like, hey, I'm here, whatever. I go with my bike. I'm faster than him because I have the clicks and he doesn't have the clips anyway. So I finally go, I leave my bike and I start running and I'm like, where are these people? Like, like I should see them. I'm like, where are they? And I go running and running and running. And finally I turn around. So I'm like, okay, now I have to see them. Like they have to be here. I'm running and running and running and I don't see them. I'm like, shit, maybe something went wrong. Maybe they fell off of the bike or something. I'm like, what's going on here? Like something is off. And suddenly I see my husband. And he's like, hey, Mira, I'm like, good. Like, where are the others? Like, I'm like, what's going on here?
yeah.
Ah, we're good, good. Everyone. I'm like, okay, okay. I continue running. I get in. I'm like, okay. So I see the timing. I'm like, I don't even know what time this is saying. So whatever. Yeah. I'm there and my husband arrives 10 minutes after me. And the other 2 people, like 15, 20 minutes after me. I'm like, I'm so good.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be doing this. Maybe I should dedicate myself into like doing triathlons. Like, oh, I'm so good at this. My husband is like, yeah, wow. I was like, yeah, I did very well in the swimming, like I only did like 18 minutes or something like that. So wow, like really, really good. I'm, you know.
Yeah.
And suddenly my friend comes and she was like, what about the cycling? How was the cycling? So I'm like, yeah, well, I don't know, cycling, yeah, it was nice. And she goes like, did you do the second lap? I'm like,
Oh, oh no.
the, what lap? Yeah, the second lap. Uh, no.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't know. So,
Uh,
I was thinking like, wow, I'm
yeah.
so good at this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, I missed but it was not a full lap. It was just 6 kilometers,
Yeah.
but I missed it.
Wow.
So yeah, I
That's a
was
great
not
story.
that good.
What a great story. When I was in high school, I was a cross country runner and I was small. I grew in my junior year, so I was a little bit taller, but I kept trying to get on varsity. And I finally did. In one race, I ran so hard. When you get done running, it takes you a while to come down. You're just like, you're getting the blood flow. It
Yes.
wouldn't happen. So I went to the doctor and I was told I had minor mono. Well, I didn't tell my coach because my final race as a high school person was the next week. So I do that race, and I'm like, I'm gonna be in JV. It's not gonna be varsity, and I should win it. I should be in front. So I get halfway through the race, and I took the wrong course, and a guy yells, "You're going the wrong way!" And I had to come all the way back around, and I got like second or third place. So I get it.
Oh,
It's
well,
like,
still very good. Second or third place.
yeah, it wasn't bad. I think it was somewhere in there, but I was really hoping that I would win it. But it was just like that little thing, and I just didn't like the second lap. I just didn't get it. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
totally get
yeah,
it. Totally
yeah.
get it. It's life. So let me ask you this. Of all of the things that you've done and accomplished in your life, what are you the proudest of?
My children,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And there is nothing that I can do that I will be more proud. I mean, I know that I haven't done anything actually, right, to have them, but yeah, like for me, that's the best thing that I have done in my life. And I don't know, for me, see them happy is just a complete accomplishment. And there is nothing that makes me happier than seeing them enjoy life.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Everyone has a perception of you, family, friends, clients, colleagues, everyone that knows you, but you run the show. What's your perception of you? Who do you think you are?
Ooh,
Yeah. Huh?
that's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Ah, so since many years, I've been told that I am sweet and I am harsh. So I have this duality somehow that it's difficult for me to define myself because I know that sometimes I can be harsh to the point that I don't get to be mean, but I could. I know that I could.
Yeah.
And I can be very, very sweet and vulnerable and super humble as well, right? I can be super humble. I can be super arrogant if I want to, right? So I have like, and many people told me that, like, that I have this two. I remember someone telling me you have like two personalities, right?
Yeah.
I know that I can be many things at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's probably one of the things that defines me. One of the things that probably people will tell you is that they feel like they can trust me because I don't judge, which I think is wrong. I do judge. It's just that I don't let that judgment blur the person that I have in front of me, right? Like I go like, yeah, okay, I know, thank you, brain. I know that the judgment you're doing, okay, let's pass with that and see, right? Um, I don't know. It's a very difficult question, huh?
You've answered it well. Yeah, you've answered it well. So I'm curious, Dubai is a place that we all have this perception of. To me, it's this pristine playground kind of place of so many things that are going on. But living there, what's the greatest thing about living in Dubai?
Well, I think the greatest thing for me, is the the possibilities that you have to do exercise. There are so many, like any sport that you think of, it's here, even skiing.
Yeah.
That's a joke, but anyway.
Yeah.
But you can do so many different sports, and there are so many clubs, and there are so many groups of people that just, hey, come join us, and we go swimming at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and you come with us, and we'll teach you some technique, blah 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 blah. You want to go cycling? Yeah, okay. There is a group that lives from here at 6:30 every Tuesday, and so there is always so many possibilities of joining people to do sports that I really enjoy that. I enjoy also the fact that there is healthy food wherever you go.
Yeah.
Again, this is always like, some other people will say like, I don't care about that, but like for me, this is some of the things, and then the safety.
Yeah.
The fact that I know that I can leave my door open, my house open, my car open. I can leave my phone and my computer in the Starbucks, and I go to the washroom and it takes me 20 minutes and I still come back and everything is there.
Yeah.
That's for me something that at some point, when I leave Dubai, will be difficult to get used to.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So if anyone has any questions, they want to hire you, they want to reach out, any of the good business, where do they go?
They can go to Bare and Brave. So Bare meaning Bare,
Uh-huh.
and Brave. Yeah, that's talking about courageous authenticity.
Yeah.
Bareandbrave.com, or they can go to Mireia Mujika in LinkedIn. In YouTube also we're uploading some videos. So yeah, there is this these channels that
I love
people
it.
can go to.
And I will put all of those links in the show notes. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for your story. Thank you for your
So
time
nice to
today.
meet you too.
Best of luck with
Thank
everything.
you.